So how to deal with a coworker that's a pain in the butt, right? This is random, but I think I am qualified to speak on this topic because over the years in the Navy and real estate and all the jobs that I had, I'm currently working security right now. I have dealt with a lot of different personalities, right? I've dealt with a lot of different personalities. And I've seen over the years, like I see so many people leave jobs, quit jobs, right? Or just hate they job simply because of this person over here or this person over there, right? Or even a supervisor. And I noticed over the years is like personally, I never had that problem, right? I at least especially as of recently, maybe in the beginning of the Navy, I had somewhat of that problem. But more now, like as of recently, I've learned to not let nobody else in my job really affect me as far as the job goes. And I just want to share like what I've learned and how I've done this over the years, and that it's possible, right? For anybody. You could say, I'm a more kind type of person. So that might be like people excuse like, well, you're just a kind person. You're a nice person. So everyone likes you. Everyone is this. But I don't think it's necessarily just that. I think it's what I do and how I react to certain people because people have tried me too. Like people test you and they try you at work. Like that's just what people do. Like I don't know why. People be bored personally and I think they just not happy or miserable, whatever it is, and they just bring that to work and then they put it off on other people, especially people in higher positions, right? But then you got those people who they not even supervisors or they not even over you, but somehow they go out their way to like mess with you or poke at you, right? Or get you in trouble or whatever the case may be. And I noticed that like I've been able to dodge those type of people in a way to where again, they don't affect my job. Like if I leave a job is because I want to leave. It has never been because of another person. So I just want to share like what I've learned, and it just hit me. Like I seen two coworkers at work, right, and they don't even look at each other at this point. Like it's to that point. They not over each other. They're of equal rank, or whatever you want to call it. But they don't even look at each other. They don't speak to each other. And they on different shifts, so they don't got to work with each other. And then I heard them talking about what happened, and they said, at some point, such and such, she went off on her, and then ever since then, they don't talk at all, right? And for good reason, meaning like I see why she don't talk to her. You know what I mean? Like when you get to know people, you like, oh, okay, I can see how that happened. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, but is it worth it though? That mean every time you see this person, now you got this energy in your spirit. Now you got this, you want to avoid this person at all costs. You don't even want to look at this person. And even if if something happened, right? I work security. So if something happened and y'all need to work together, it's like, then what? Right? So I'm gonna sum it all up. What I think people should practice doing more, especially for my Christians out there, like you want to practice being more like Christ. The thing I think you should do is learn how to set boundaries and not create enemies, right? Set boundaries, don't create enemies, right? Because there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference because that's what I've noticed I do. It ain't that I just let people walk all over me, but I find ways to set boundaries in a less confrontational way, right? It's healthy ways to do it, right? It's healthy ways to do it. And like the number one key I've learned is if somebody disrespects you at work or they say something to you don't like your work or they doing something that's irritating you, use silence, right? Use silence as your weapon to set the boundary. All right. So if somebody say something to you a little off, little bit come off on you a little hard or talking to you like they're your boss, but you ain't my boss. You don't need to react, right? You need to respond with silence. Like just look at them for a second, not in a crazy manner, but kind of pause. Let them think about what they just did. And a lot of times what that do is that kind of set a boundary right there. You ever said something to somebody, right, and they didn't react? They just kind of looked at you, and you just kind of just like, I didn't mean it. Like, you know what I mean? So like, when you learn how to use silence in the beginning, you can set boundaries in certain areas. Then they stop trying you in that way. right? But what you don't want to do is use silence as your everyday weapon. You know what I mean? Like, again, the two coworkers don't even look at each other. They don't even talk to each other. They just walk by each other and stuff like that. And I get it. Like, some people are not worth dealing with. I get that. But you want to do everything you can to not create enemies, right? You want to set boundaries, healthy boundaries where we got a mutual understanding. We work together, right? We work together. This is our job, it's business. We both got boundaries we respect. You don't cross those boundaries, I don't cross those boundaries with you. We can speak to each other. Hey, good morning, how you doing? Good, I'm good, cool. What's the job for today? And we can work, right? And that alone will make your job a lot better. Because think about what you're doing. When you allow this person, especially a person that's not even over you, right? Your supervisor, it's their job to get on your nerves, right? But a person who's on your level, you're allowing them to make you leave a job, or you're allowing them to affect. This could be your entry level job to the career that you want to get, right? This could be the entry level, the perfect entry level job. You could love everything about it, but you don't let this one person throw you off. Nah, that ain't what we're doing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn how to set these boundaries, right? Healthy boundaries, so we can keep moving forward. Comment below. Have you had an experience like that at work that you created an enemy? Have you had experience like that at work where you set a boundary and it worked? Let me know in the comments below. Look, I appreciate you for watching this video all the way to the end. More content like this coming. Peace out.